Hello everyone, Joanne with stampinginthevalley.stampinup.net and welcome to my craft room. Today in this video we are going to work on paper pumpkin. In just a moment I'm going to turn you down to my workspace and we will open this box together and see what all is in here. I know it coordinates with the New Horizons bundle. I'm so excited about that because it's one of my favorite bundles. And we're going to have fun crafting. Now, if you're new to Paper Pumpkin, Stampin' Up! Will send you a clear block with your first subscription. And let me see if you can see that right there. And then the clear block on it says Paper Pumpkin. It's so cute. On one of the edges it says Paper Pumpkin, so it's really sweet. So with your first subscription, of course, you'll receive that. This way you can do your stamping. Now, everything is in this kit that you need except for a pair of scissors. That's probably all that you will ever need with Paper Pumpkin. It's an all-inclusive kit. And if you join my Paper Pumpkin team, you will receive exclusive videos to your email of alternative projects every month. I'm also starting a Paper Pumpkin private, just for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, a private Facebook page. And on that page, I'll also show pictures and videos and just whatever that we can come up with this wonderful kit, because this is just fun to play with all month. And there's so many different alternatives to do with it. And usually I've done the video of just the kit, but now I want to get into that with my Paper Pumpkin team. I always call them my Paper Pumpkin team. And so you will receive those exclusive alternative project videos to your email, and they will not go into YouTube. They won't go on my Facebook page or anything like that. It's just for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Now, eventually we will be doing some Facebook Lives just with Paper Pumpkin on that Facebook page. Now, I don't have an address yet for that Facebook page because I'm in the process of naming it. I'm excited about naming it. Should I call it, let me just put this out here while we're together, okay? I thought about calling it Pumpkin Spice. What do you think about that? Or maybe the Pumpkin Patch or the Spicy Pumpkin. You know, if you guys have any ideas, if you could leave me a comment, I would really appreciate that. I always have a hard time naming things. So those were my kind of three that I was going with. But if you guys have another name for it, I would appreciate some input. So now, in just a second, we're going to go ahead and open that kit together. I love to open it with you guys together because I just get so excited with what's in there. It's always a surprise to me every month, and it's the time when I really don't need to think about creating. The initial Paper Pumpkin kit does it for me, and then I'm going to start to create with everything else that's in here, maybe coordinating it with the bundle. We're just going to have a whole lot of fun with this kit this month. So I'm going to turn the camera down in just a second and we'll go ahead and start to craft together. Thanks again for watching. I'm so happy to see everybody and invite you into my craft room. I want to do more face-to-face videos. In fact, I am going to do more face-to-face like this, just at least introducing things and talking to you about things at first. And then we'll go to the craft desk and we'll get to our crafting day, okay? And it is a happy crafting day, right? It's always happy crafting. Okay, just in a second, we'll go ahead and open that box together. Okay, I wanted to show you the little clear block up close. Let me show you there where it says Paper Pumpkin. Right there. When you subscribe with your first subscription, it's $23.50 is the subscription, and that includes your shipping. So let's go ahead and open this box. Now, I never open the box until I get on camera with you guys, if you follow me. So it's a surprise to me, even though I've seen pictures and this and that. Sometimes you kind of forget, you know, what's going on or whatever. But I know that there's 2 stamp sets in here. I'm very excited about that. So like if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin for a year, you will get 12 stamp sets and 12 ink spots. So that's pretty decent amount of product right there, plus all the extra Paper Pumpkin product that you receive. This box is really pretty this month.
to coordinate with the New Horizons stamp set or bundle. Usually it's this color paper pumpkin, that orangey reddish color. So this month we get a spot of Misty Moonlight. Oh, I'm excited. A ribbon. That's pretty. That looks like pale papaya. And now let's look at these 2 stamp sets. I'm so excited about it. You know, I forgot about the 2 stamp sets until I saw something on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, 2 stamp sets, because I'm going to do the alternative project, sending you birthday wishes, time to celebrate. This is 2-step stamping right here. I love that. Best wishes and celebrate. Very nice. Nice size stamp set. It's a large size stamp set. And then this is our paper pumpkin one. Oh, look at that big hello. Oh, I love that. Now, you see, I would coordinate that hello with those flowers immediately. Immediately. So let's see. We have congratulate, a little note. I always say a little note. A little note. Thinking of you. I love thinking of you, and I love thanks. Oh, I love this stamp set. I use most of those. Okay. Here's a big thank you. So we're so grateful for all our Paper Pumpkin subscribers. We decided to include 2 stamp sets this month, and it coordinates with the New Horizons bundle. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, instead of we usually get like a light blue, almost like a pool party or a balmy blue kind of paper, but this month it's this yellow. I love that. Just a little fun, right? A little fun and happiness in the day. So let's see what is in here. Full kit. Remember I said full kit. Packaged very nicely. Oh, I really love that tissue paper. Okay, let's open this up together. I get so excited with this. Well, I like to get things in the mail, okay? I have to admit, ever since like the pandemic and everything, I get really excited when I get things in the mail. I don't know, I used to, I suppose, get kind of excited, but ever since then, it's like it's like Christmas. I don't know. It's just like to get stuff in the mail. So let's take all of this off of here. So I get really excited when I see this kit in the mailbox. I'm excited. All right. Here are some gems. They almost look like iridescent rhinestones. Really, they are definitely iridescent. But so you get those. There's some dimensionals. See, remember, the only thing you need is a scissor. And, you know, if you travel for work, look at these envelopes. They're beautiful this month, right? How pretty. We're going to look at the other side in just a second. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at those. Just all the nice color, right? But if you travel for your work, this is a fantastic way to bring a little crafting with you, okay? There is a show more button right here, and you can sign up on my Paper Pumpkin team, and then we can have a whole lot of fun with many alternative projects and connecting with each other on Facebook. I think that's wonderful. And on that Facebook page, if you are a member of my Paper Pumpkin team, I would encourage you also to post your projects, and let's get together and do some happy crafting together. I want to connect with my Paper Pumpkin team. So I've always mailed them things, but I'm doing a little changing in my business, and so this is part of it. And it is a very positive change. Look at how pretty these landscapes are. Oh, that's beautiful. This is gorgeous. So there's, okay, wait a minute. Let me get back here. I get too excited. These are the directions, the instructions, okay? And wow, look at these 3 cards. See, this is the first I'm looking at this. I think these are beautiful. Wow, how much fun. Okay, now on the back, it's going to show you everything in the kit. It's going to show you what you're going to make is 9 cards, 9 envelopes, the coordinating colors right here. And then over here, they even give you some alternative projects, okay? So that is really awesome. Very awesome. There's a lot to do with okay, so here's banners for our sentiments. There's a lot to do with these kits. Here's more little punch outs. And our directions are going to show us how to put together everything. Here's more of these card fronts are absolutely stunning. They are, if you did not get Paper Pumpkin this month, wow. Wow and wow. Here's more punch outs that we'll use and some more right here. And this is embossed. Can you, let me see, can you see that a little bit? You can, but yeah, that's texturized and kind of embossed. Here's the last set of the cards. And then more punch outs. Oh, this is fun. And then these, look at these mountains. Oh, and that's in, I've got to get the New Horizons bundle out here to see what else we can do with this. These are all punch outs that they supply. And there's always extras. These are too. And these. And our Paper Pumpkin glue dots, which I love because they're thin and they're small. A lot of people don't like taking the backs off of them, but it doesn't matter to me. Now, I always suggest when we stamp, because these are always photopolymer stamps, you either use this piece of cardboard or bring in your Stampin' Pierce mat. You will definitely get a better image with your stamping with the photopolymer if you have a little cushion underneath you. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a minute. I'm going to start to put these cards together. I'm so excited to craft with everyone today. You're absolutely going to love this card. I can't tell you how much I love this kit already. So look how pretty this came. And those gems on there are beautiful. And here's what I did with the inside of it. Just a little hello and our little kind of leafy stamp there. And I also did that on the outside of the envelope. We'll do that together. How cute. So I've already made these two. And we're going to go ahead and get the third one made together. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, I didn't even flip this over. This is where it said thank you. But if you flip it over, this shows you what is coming in April. And it has butterflies. It has butterflies. So don't forget to sign up by the 10th. And you can have that beautiful April Paper Pumpkin kit. I just feel like it's going to have butterflies. Isn't that pretty? Bedazzling butterflies. Wow, let's see. Celebrate the milestones in your life and in lives of those you love with this transformative kit. Watch your little baby caterpillars grow and change into bedazzling butterflies, and inspire those around you to do the same. Well, I'm impressed. I have no idea what that might look like or how that's going to go, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's in April, and you want to sign up by the 10th. That's the cutoff, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get this together. The directions are so wonderful. So we're working here with number 1 right here. And it tells you in the directions. Oh, you also get a ruler down here. Okay, so this ruler is 18 inches, so you don't even need that when we go ahead, I guess, and use that ribbon. That's what I'm thinking about that. So right here, the solid dots are the glue dots, and the hexagons are the dimensionals. It tells you to mount a little note on the block and to use your ink. Here, they're very, very light, but it gives you 5 per card to use in the gems. Very, very simple directions, okay? So let's go ahead and punch out what we need. I'm going to go by this little drawing right there. So I know that, let's see, the first one that's in line there is this one right here. And be very careful punching this out. It's very thin. So they're just kind of connected at the top. Just give them a little tug and they just come right apart without ripping or anything like that. So there we go there. So that's number 1. And then it says to take the circle. Now with the circle, I want to show you. See this like set of little rainbows or cutouts right there? And this one is like that's the top. Let me say that much, okay? By the directions, that's the top and that's the bottom one. And you want to flip that over, okay? Because the glue dots actually go on the inside and it's not going to matter. All right, now we're going to get our little red piece right here. Or what color is this? Let's look. What color is this? Calypso Coral. That is Calypso Coral. Okay, so we're going to punch this out. And this one just gets 2 glue dots. So I go by exactly what it shows me here and where to place them, because they know what they're doing. You know, they're the ones that designed the kit, so they've got to know what they're doing, right? So 2 there. Now on here, just right there where those little cutouts are, and then over here on the left, 1 here in the center on the right, like in the thickest part of it, okay? And they fit just fine. And then down here in that junction right there. Okay, now we're going to pick all of these off. And this is why sometimes people don't like these, because they've got these backings on them. I love them because they're so thin and they are smaller than our regular dimensionals. So I use these all the time, even you know, on my videos and cards and everything. So I'm just going to take these off right here. There we go. Good. All right, now what we want is the larger rectangle right here. And I have my large Misty Moonlight pad open. I'm going to save my spot. And I'm going to stamp a little note right here in the center. Love Misty Moonlight. Remember, these colors are retiring, that whole group. But, oh, I saw some colors the other day, and I was very impressed with what's coming. So I'll just say that. I saw a pink and a green, and of course they're going to do a pink and a green. You know, they usually stay within those types of colors, but you don't know the shades of them and the names of them. And I love them already. So I'm very, very excited about that. Just a little insight on the new in colors coming in, right? Okay, now, so I put 3 dimensionals here because that's exactly what it told me to do here. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to move this aside. Let me go ahead and bring my card in. If you don't have a bone folder with wherever you're at putting your kit together, use the edge of your scissor. But be careful, because I've noticed that this black can kind of transfer, okay? So it might just be best just to use your fingernail sometimes. You know, just crease it and use your fingernail just to really, you know, crease it down. So that folds nice and flat, right? Okay, let's go ahead and decorate. So while we decorate, what else is going on in the crafting world, right? Look at how pretty these are. Oh, I love the way that they stand up. So you want these not to be all the way to the bottom. Nice. Oh, what is going on is that demonstrators are going to get to pre-order from the new catalog. I'm excited about that. I always like new product. Okay, now we're going to layer in our Calypso coral, and now this is going to be placed kind of separating the greenery and the purple and the blue right there, okay? Just right here. Out on the white just a little bit, okay? Just like that. Now we're going to take our circle, and remember our glue dots are here and they're kind of showing, but it's going to be okay. Let's put this here and let's let that hang down just a little bit. See, they're gonna stick right to that Calypso coral piece, okay? Now, a little note comes right over top of this, and those glue dots don't matter. And we're gonna come in just a little bit so that this is layered right here. I just love the way Stampin' Up! Teaches us how to layer so well. And these dimensionals, they're always a little bit thicker and squishier in the paper pumpkin. Now, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's go ahead and add our gems. So our directions say that we can have 5 of them. So it says 2 large. So I'm going to put a large on in the center of the circle, and then 3 of the small. And I'm just going to add 2 up here, and they're iridescent, so they're picking up color that's around them. Like this is picking up a little bit of Misty Moonlight here. It's so pretty. and then this one down here, and this will pick up a little bit of the greenery right there. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's open it up and let's do the inside. Now, you could always layer, and in some of my old videos I did, but like I said, things are changing a little bit, so we're just going to stick with what you have, and and go ahead and do some pretty stamping, beautiful stamping inside the card. Okay, let me bring in my mat here. I don't want to get my card in that ink, because don't you know that's happened to all of us, right? We fold it right over, right into the ink. That has happened. I'm going to put hello. I love this hello. Love the font on it. They've had some really great fonts that have come out. You know, they look so penned. I love that. So right there, we're going to use our leafy stamp, and we're going to do this one, stamp it once, stamp it again, let the tails touch, those little skinny tails. Come over a little bit to the left and then stamp it again one more time. So 3 stamps, okay, just like that. And here's the inside of our card. Let's go ahead and do that on the envelope. I'm going to fold that. See, you can fold this easily with your fingernails, and you don't even need a bone folder. It sits perfectly if you didn't want to use your scissors. So I'm inking this up in the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to go 1, 2nd generation, 3rd generation of ink. Isn't that pretty on this envelope? It's beautiful. Let's get this same thing on the front. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. So a little bit of decorating on the envelope, a little bit of decorating on the inside, and quickly you can see we have 3 beautiful cards completed right away with this wonderful kit. I love this because I love the horizons. I love the new horizons. Okay, back in a minute and we'll put together the second one. Okay, let's move on to our second card. I've already completed 2 of them. Aren't they adorable? And here's what I did on the inside. I used a little note and some more of the other stamps that come in the little set right here. This one that mimics the background of this set right here. And again, just using Misty Moonlight, not difficult at all. The other great thing about Paper Pumpkin is that if you're new to crafting, this is a great way for you not to get too confused and learn how to start to layer and put things together and stamp. So yeah, so that's another great thing about Paper Pumpkin. All right, let's do our envelope here. I love the envelope, right? I like to stamp. Everybody likes to stamp, right? Okay, so we're going to use these. They come from this set right here. Just these little images right there. And let's see, how did I do that for, oh yeah. So the first time that I do this, I want to stamp off, okay? I want to do some stamping off. Let me get a piece of scrap here that I've been using. So I want the 2nd generation of ink because then I'm going to put the little leafy stamp on top of it, full strength. So this time I'm going to turn it for the envelope on the front. I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to use the 2nd generation of the ink and stamp on, and I'm going to take the leaf here, full strength, and I'm just going to come right across that image. Just gives it a little different kind of a background. Now on the back of it, I'm going to take the same image, ink it up, I'm going to stamp it off, and this time I'm going to be vertical, just like that. And then I'm going to take the leaves and come right over top of it. Just a good way to decorate and use our ink, right? I love ink. I like to stamp. Okay, now for this card, let's go ahead and get the base out. We'll go ahead and see, you could just fold that, crease it with your fingernails. It folds flat perfectly, right? Okay, so this is the base that we need. And I don't know if it matters if these are up, down, or whichever way, because they seem to be going either which way when you stamp. So I was okay with that. So our directions show us here in the center, of course, what to put our glue dots on, and then how to place our dimensionals. So let's go ahead and do some of this. Let's pull our pieces off first. We need this like Misty Moonlight piece right here. So we'll finish this of all of these. We need this zigzaggedy, I think this is Evening Evergreen, right? We'll need a label we're going to stamp thanks on. So we have an extra one of these. We'll need the bumblebee. I believe, yes, that is definitely bumblebee. And then, I don't know, is that Parapazaz? So let's turn that upside down. So we're going to place our glue dots right here. I'll have to look again at our color. Now we're not done yet. We've got to do mountains on the next card. Let's go ahead and turn these upside down and start to place all of our little dots. So I do what the directions say on the larger one and the smaller one, so you can watch me place them. On this larger one at the top, and about halfway down here, and then right about here. Okay, so that's 3 on the large one. I'll just get these off as we go. Okay, and then about 4 it says on the small one, just at the top. And here. And about there. And right about there. I like to I stick the tip of it in there and in the glue dot, and it helps to pick the backing off, plus it pushes the glue dot into the paper. Got to be careful though that you don't stick it all the way through. Okay, now the Misty Moonlight one here, this gets 2 glue dots on the front, kind of a third of the way in. Okay, this is just a little different, just on the front there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to take out our Calypso coral piece here. Forgot the piece. Now the directions on this big piece call for 4 glue dots. I've been putting 3. I thought 3 was plenty. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's okay, because it's going to have other things over top of it. And this is going to adhere fine. There we go. Now the zigzagged one, I will definitely put 3 on this one. Okay. And then we're going to stamp thanks in Misty Moonlight. On this piece right here. Right there. I hope I got it okay. I'm behind the camera. Oh, we're good. Okay. All right, now, what happens now is this piece up here, the Misty Moonlight. Take your thanks, take your piece, and put it over top. Okay, let me put this in the center here, because we just have 2 glue dots, remember, on the third. That's why I left those little white tabs on it, because you can't see them now. See, there's a glue dot here and a glue dot there. And we're just going to line these points up just like that. Okay, now flip this over, and it shows 3 dimensionals on that banner. And then 2 on what you just stamped on. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead and move all of these little sticky pieces out of the way. And let's start putting our card together. So here, isn't that pretty? And it shows the large piece that has the green. Let's see what color green that is. Let's go back to our colors. Yes, definitely evening evergreen and old olive. Okay, so this is an old olive piece color right here. And we're just going to stick this down. See, I find it best like to add my glue dots and then create my scene. Okay, now we want to go to, after the greenery is down, go to the Calypso Coral and place this right about there, about midway. Now then, the Bumblebee one will come over top and to the left, just like that. And now the Evening Evergreen Zigzag is going to kind of come almost to the bottom. Almost to the bottom, not quite. Just to let it overlap just a little bit. And then your Thanks is going to come right here. Drop it down just a little bit. Just like that. That's awesome. Easy peasy. See, once you put your glue dots together, have your picture next to you, bring your card base in, and then decorate, right? Okay, let's place our gems because this is really, really pretty. So we're going to put a large one here and then two small. These iridescent gems are beautiful. Up here. Two small together there, and then a large one down here. And we'll put that toward that old olive, kind of holding it down. And then a smaller one right about here. And it's perfect. Very, very nice. Now, on the inside, let's go ahead and stamp a little note in our Misty Moonlight. And again, I'm using my large ink pad for this. I'm going to save my spot, especially that these colors are retiring. I'm happy to have my spot, right? And now I'm going to use this little chevron leafy looking stamp. Again, we're going to stamp it off. And I don't think it matters which way that you have it. I don't think it matters at all. It looks great either way. Ooh, get out of the ink. And then the leaf on top. Beautiful. Pretty, pretty cards. Very, very, very pretty. Now I have all three of these and all three of these completed. Oh my goodness, what a nice color. Look at how pretty they are. Wow, what a paper pumpkin this month. Very, very, very nice. Okay, back in just a second and we'll put the last one together. Okay, on to our last card. I hope that you've enjoyed putting these beautiful creations together with the paper pumpkin this month, which is named, I forgot to show you the name from the beginning, Beyond the Horizon. They always have the name and then the month and year that it comes out on the side of the box. So that's kind of nice too, right? All right. So let's go ahead. This is what I did with this one. Just very simple, a thinking of you, and then our little leaves down there. So they both came out wonderfully. Let's go ahead and stamp our envelope. Look how pretty the inside of that envelope is, right? Just really nice inside and out. So a little Misty Moonlight on our leaf. And again, just 3 times, not re-inking at all. Just you want all 3 colors, all 3 shades of one color. Yeah, so really, never think that because you have one color of ink that that's all that you have. You have many shades of every color of ink that you have. Okay, there's the envelope. Let's go ahead and get the inside done. So for this one, I chose Thinking of You, Misty Moonlight. Put that right here at the top. Good. And I'll do our leaves toward the lower corner here again. Just like that. Very pretty. Okay, now for the sake of time, and I wanted to go over the ribbon with you, I've already attached the glue dots to these pieces over here because we've attached glue dots, you know, through the whole video. So what we have here is the white square, 2 mountains, and then a green square rectangle right there. Okay, so 5 glue dots on the white rectangle. Did I call it a square? It's a rectangle. And when you place this on here, you want to leave a lot of this showing down here and a little border right here. Okay, just like that. Then you want to go to the largest mountain. And this is like in Misty Moonlight. And I have 3 glue dots on here. 1 here, here, and here. Okay, I don't know if you can pick up their shininess on there. And then this we want to the right just a little bit, and let it come out onto the white space of the card just a little bit. Just like that. Now we have our Evening Evergreen mountains and 3 glue dots here. 1, 2, 3. And then this one is going to come right at the bottom, but kind of like enhancing the mountains behind them. Isn't that pretty? Now then we're going to use our strip of, this is like, what did we say this was? Old olive? Is that what we said? I forgot. Already, yes, old olive right here. And this is going to come to the bottom off of the white little piece here, but in from the mountain, just like that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move this aside, and let's bring this piece in. This is the one that you'll use to, you'll punch this one out. So you'll have one of these and a rectangle left over. And on here you're going to stamp, I will always be here for you in Misty Moonlight. Good. Now, this is, well, I'm going to move that aside. Now this is where the scissors and the ruler come in. Right here, our directions down here tell us 7.5 inches, okay? 7.5 inches of the pretty little, pale, I know this is pale papaya, so pretty. So I'm just going to measure this to 7.5. And here's where I need my scissors. I'm going to cut that right there. You have a little bit of this left over. Very nice. Now let me move the directions and this ruler out of the way. Now, this is what I wanted to go over with you. Take this and loop it in half. Okay, just like this. Get your tails even. Let this lap over, okay? And you're going to put a glue dot right here. Watch where I place these. Okay, so I'm going to like place it to where it can hold this little loop crossed over, if that makes sense. Right there, and it's holding it. Okay. Then you're going to take 2 more and put them here. And you're kind of like a third of the way in on this ribbon right here. Okay. They might move around on you just a little bit, but that's okay. Get these backs off right here. There we go. Okay. Now what you want to do, get this where you want it, okay? Even if these are touching, that's fine and dandy enough. And now take your piece that you just, with the sentiment piece right here, and place it over and let those glue dots adhere this basic white piece to the ribbon, okay? So then that makes that one piece, okay? Now flip it over, take your dimensionals, and place them to where they're kind of going to help to hold down that ribbon. So you don't want them right in the middle, okay? Because then the only thing it's going to do is rest on the ribbon. So you want some to catch that the ribbon and the basic white, okay? The ribbon and the basic white. This right here. You almost kind of want it to touch that dimensional, I found out. To touch that, almost like to hold in that ribbon right there, okay? All right. Now let's go ahead and bring this over. And now we're going to place this right here, not coming off of the card, and that is perfect. Perfect. With the little bit of work that you did on the other side is what allowed this to lay on there just perfectly. I like that. Really, really great. Now I have these glue dots left over. I have a bunch of these rhinestones left over. Let's place these now. I'm going to put a large here and a small here and then another large one down here. See, and there's our triangle when you place things like these. So we have those left over. I've got, of course, dimensionals, and you always use the side of your dimensionals. And, of course, I've got this wonderful, wonderful stamp set to play with. And the one that we just used. Isn't that fun? The only thing, let's see, what didn't I use? Oh, congratulations. That's all. That's all. I could have easily substituted any of these cards, you know, with the congratulations. So here are the 3 cards that we have made in this kit. They are absolutely beautiful. And they coordinate with the New Horizons bundle. Look at, oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. I love them all. I love them all. So pretty. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and putting these cards together. I'll be back in just a second.
Okay, I hope you had a lot of fun with me this afternoon putting together your paper pumpkin kit. Let's look at the cards that we made. Here's the first one, or one of them, I should say. And then the second. This one's my favorite. I love this green right here. That sticks up, kind of like cattails. Reminds me of. Here's some mountains. Wonderful. Okay, if you would love to join my paper pumpkin team, just click the Show More button, scroll down, and it'll show you there's a link that you can click on to join. And remember, we've got these butterflies. What's it say here? Caterpillars grow and change into bedazzling butterflies. That sounds so interesting to me for next month. Sign up by the 10th of the month. I'd love to have you. Thanks again for watching, and let's get together and do some happy crafting.